All right, I want you guys to go support Piston Mike. Y'all go to the subscribe button. He at 480 right now. Let's get him to 1,000, 100,000, 500,000, million subscribers as soon as possible, bid. Let's help him put it down. Make sure you go over there and subscribe. If you like the Pistons, you want to support me, think about sending me a donation. Best way you can help me right now is go subscribe over to Piston Mike and go help him get his numbers up, putting in work, hard work, smart work, dedicated work, consistent work. So make sure you go over there and appreciate that work. So remember, the name is Piston Mike, and I have a link in the description. If you have a problem finding it on YouTube, it'll be under source link or Piston Mike channel link in the description. Peace. All right, man. Let's talk about Amani Oruwariye and Tracy Walker. Let's talk about Tracy Walker. Tracy Walker. It looked like Jamal Williams might have hinted that Tracy Walker will be back. Also, before we get to that, it's also been said, Brad Holmes also said that they don't plan on using the franchise tag on anybody. Excuse me, on anybody. So he said, it's more than unlikely. It's not impossible, but it's more than unlikely that they will not use the franchise tag um, on Walker or Amani Oruwariye. So that means that if they don't sign Walker or Amani Oruwariye, they gonna let them walk. But um, honestly, how I feel about that, I mean, I just, if they want to be here, then it will reflect into, it will reflect, it will reflect, in the negotiations. Galley said he wanted to be here, and you know, he wanted money, and New York was foolish enough to give him money. So if they want to be there, want to be here, be flexible. Like I said, Amani Oruwariye gonna get a lot of money on that market, bro. I will say that. I think San Francisco a prime place for him to play. People, they see the value in him, and not saying the Lions don't, but they do got Jeff. They are paying Jeff Okuda, and they foolish enough to believe in Jeff Okuda, but that's on them. Because then you banking on Jeff Okuda, and then you don't even have Bobby Price to sit there and slide. So I don't know. Maybe they can hint that, you know, you're looking at Stingley possibly, but it says Jamal Williams revealed potential bombshell about Lions next signing. Uh, so basically, he was on Twitter, and somebody covered it up. Obviously. So here we go. This is page Goodies J Man underscore J Man. Can't wait to go back to war with my dog T Walk. Uh, so he said can't wait to go back to war. Can't wait to go back to war with my dog T Walker son, whatever his name, yeah, whatever. So apparently people saying that it's Chris Burke right here, people saying that he basically hinted that Tracy Walker is coming back. And I mean, hey, it's a good signing. I mean, look at the highest paid safeties. He's not in that. I think he's not in that. And I don't think he's in that. I don't think he's in that. I don't think he's in this conversation, but he could be. He's a very talented guy. He came in more as a coverage guy, if I remember correctly. Played some safety at UNL, Lafayette, University of Louisiana, Lafayette. But of late, like last year, he's been in the box safety, active safety, making a bunch of tackle safety. So you look at some of these guys, I don't think he's on the list of Jamal Wood, Jamal Adams, Harrison Smith, been doing it for a long time. Justin Simmons, Buda Baker, Eddie Jackson, really good safety. Kevin Byard, really good safety. Honey Badger, Landon Collins, really good safety. McCourty, I mean, obviously been doing it for years. He's a free agent too. John Johnson, Marcus Mays, Marcus Williams. A lot of people kind of link him to the Detroit Lions. You also got Jesse Bay too. Be a free agent from the AFC Championship. Cincinnati Bengals. I mean, you got a lot of guys. Adrian Amos still doing it. Jimmy Ward still doing it. Remember, he got drafted. Liked him a lot. Michael Hyde out here balling. Local Ryan still doing it. I mean, Malcolm Jenkins still out here doing it. Kareem Jackson still doing it from corner. Minka Fitzpatrick, I think he might be the best. I mean, Jesus. So I mean, Darwin James, he's still on a rookie deal. Came back, persevered from the injury. I mean, Terrell Edmonds pretty good. I think he a free agent. Jabril Peppers on here. He a free agent. So I mean, like I said before, like where did he really like fit on this list? Now Minka Fitzpatrick, grow on here, like he better than him. Maybe he fit down here with Darnell Savage, Darwin James, LaMarcus Joyner still. Well, no, I don't know what kind of why he there money wise, but I think he might be in this $10 million range. And 10 to 12, maybe 13 at the most. 10 to 12, I don't have no problem. 8 to 10 to 12, I think because you kind of got to, he's stuck in Detroit. I think he has some suitors. So you're going to have to always overpay people to stay in Detroit. So I think anywhere from 8 to 12, that's what he might get. Then again, you got to pay Amani Oruwariye as well, too. So anywhere from 8 to 12 is probably, it's probably going to be his marking. Apparently, they probably already came to a handshake agreement. Hopefully, this would mean he'll be back. But he still need another safety. Everybody in Detroit conditioned that everybody conditioned Detroit where you just you only need one safety, you need two safeties. Especially after Will Harris did last year, you got to find you another guy. If it's Daxton Hill, and they interchangeable too. Walker can cover, but he more of a box guy. So you need a coverage guy that's gonna play single high, gonna be able to play hot too deep. You're gonna have to play in the box. Kyle Hamilton, people say, well, you don't stretch for Kyle Hamilton. He's safety. You can get value later. Blase, blah, blase, blah. If he the best player, he the best player. That's how people miss out. That's how people miss out on a lot of great talent. If he ranked the best on your thing, he ranked the best. Take him, no regrets. Plug him right back there with Tracy Walker. There you go. You completed two safety. Bring back D. Marlowe for depth. Will Harris been playing some corners, some safety for depth. You got good depth. You already got good depth at corner if you keep Amani and Oruwariye. All right. What we gonna do about edge rusher? But we going back to a 4-3 a lot more. You're gonna put Romeo hand in the dirt, Charles Harris hand in the dirt, you bring him back, you good right there. You still can use a Kayvon Thibodeau for sure, but if you like Kayvon Thibodeau, which I think he might be number one on my board, take him. Turn around at the end of the draft, get Daxton Hill. Like I said years ago they should have took Charlie Gardner Johnson out of Florida, but yeah, you can find a good safety at the end of the but the thing about the end of the first, you're gonna be looking for inside linebacker too, and that's a little bit more important than safety, especially when Tracy Walker back off. You just got to scout. There's good talent everywhere. But yeah, I won't be mad about it. Yeah, Amani Oruwariye, he probably might end up walking. You are playing Jeff Okuda, bro. He may end up walking. You heard nothing on his to-do list, but he gonna want money. Late round pick. Probably should have been a Pro Bowler this year. Been balling. Young. People forget he started off at safety. He played 1 year or started 1 year safety at he only started 1 year safety at Penn State. So he young and developing, missed his rookie season. A majority of it with injuries. You know what I'm saying? And you know how you can let somebody you hate to let somebody let you develop go. But depending on when you're looking at it. And they gonna tax you to stay. A lot of people gonna tax you to stay in Detroit that don't want to be here. Because guess what? You don't get notoriety if you ain't winning. That's the problem. You're not getting recognized. Clover Quinn was probably the best safety in the league for a few years here. He didn't get notoriety. So you look at this, this is how it's playing out. 21 for Ramsey, 19.5 for Marlon, 19.4 for Marshawn, Tre'Davious White, 17.3, Darius Slay, 16.7, Byron Jones, 16.5, Xavier Howard, 15.1, James Bradbury, 14.5. We were trying to get him when Matt Patricia was here. Marcus Peters, 14, and Trey Waynes, 14. Damn, Trey Waynes getting paid like that? Hey, I know Trey Waynes is balling like that. Shout out to Michigan State. So, where do you see him? You know what I'm saying? Honestly, where do you see him amongst these guys? Just outside the top 10? Where do you see him outside those? Where do you see him? And then also you got to project how good he going to be. Do you give him a 3-year deal worth 15? Because you really ain't looking to spend no money for AC this year. Ain't nobody really spend money on. But older guys. Stop plugs. Some guys who can fall off the cliff for the most part. Any given time. Except you talking about Jesse Bates who can get tagged. Marcus Williams, get them. They can't tag him. So you can sign Marcus Williams pairing with Tracy Walker and be good. But you got to pay. You got to worry about paying Harris later on. But I mean, Hawkinson later on, but this is what you got so far. So I mean, where do lie him in the second column? Average, like where do William Jackson 13 and a half, Peters 14. I think he gonna lie in this area right here. He gonna be in this area on down. So he gonna want some money because he was on a rookie deal, 5th-round deal. He gonna want that money for sure. So you get him for 15, for 3 or 4, at 5, go ahead. Makes too much sense. He better than Joe Hayden at this point because Joe Hayden getting older. Not when Joe's in peak. Stephon Gilmore going down. Shaquille Griffin. I really ain't been following him since he left Seattle. William Jackson pretty good. Peters pretty good. But he about right there with them. He ain't Xavier Howard yet. But he right there. He right there with them dudes, bro. So yeah, I would like to pay him, but if you feel that your depth and you feel comfortable with Jeff Okudah being, pretty, look how healthy he coming back, you feel comfortable with saying at least he could be a number 2, and I could find with Bobby Price and Parker and when those guys get back, I always forget the other guy's name. I don't know why I forget this man's name, bro. This is so disrespectful. I be seeing this face in my man, I forget this dude's name every time I talk about it, man. Jerry Jacobs. So if you feel comfortable with Parker Jacobs when Price come back or Okudah come back, you feel comfortable with them, corners on the outside, then cool. Or you like somebody in the draft, cool. But Amani Oruwariye, man, young, like he 26, but he really young as far as he's really young as far as football years. He played. He started 1 full year at Penn State. He been here for what? Hold on. He been here for he been here for 3 seasons. First season he basically redshirted because he had an injury. He really got 2 really good years out of him, 16 games and 14 games out of 17 this year. So I mean, they got his medical records that go into it, his character going to it, and all of that. But I like to see him come back from the outside looking in. But hey, let me know what you girls and guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. That's the subscribe button. It's the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase chance notifications. We go live or drop a video. Want to make a financial donation? Cash App, $ CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link in the description. Appreciate the love, support. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Peace.